Are you really ready? Ready to make a change? Are you ready to get in the game? If you're really ready, come on and take a stand. And listen to Tea Time with Tan. This flow is good for you. It's deep for the mind, body, soul. It refreshes, restores, and renews. And brings in business, information, motivation, and hope to be encouragement you need to get through. The solutions are clear, your success is near. Grab paper and pen, let's go read. It's time for Tea Time with Tan.
Inspiration, motivation, and encouragement is brewing. Welcome to the Tea Time with Tan podcast, where you experience innovative solutions and creative ideas designed for your colossal dream success. Let's sip. Here's your host, Tan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tea Time with Tan podcast show. Listen, this podcast, it's about inspiration, motivation, encouragement, hope. Hope for us is an acronym, helping others prevail every day. Here, we sip on real-life topics and provide real-life solutions. I'm your host, Tan Tate, certified life coach. I'm from a little sweet spot right outside of Houston, Texas, called Channelview. And I'm so excited to have you sipping tea with me today. Give yourself a round of applause. That's right, we're giving it up for you. Hello. Hey, y'all. You know, in Texas, we say y'all. I'm so excited to have you. Now, you know, we always, and you may not know, because you could be a first-time listener. And listen, if this is your first time sipping tea with us, we are so excited to have you. We begin every episode with what we call a get it together moment. It's a time where we want you to gather your thoughts, clear your mind, get in a safe space, pen, paper, Tea Time with Tan journal, whatever it takes, so that you can receive the tea that's being served. So go get it together. And while y'all doing that, I just want to remind you to connect with me on social media. On Facebook, it's Tea Time with Tan. On Instagram, it's Tea Time with Tan. Over on Twitter, it's Anointed to Speak. We're going to get started in a minute. I just want to give some shout outs. Lawrenceville, Georgia. Thank you for sipping tea with us. Katy, Texas is in the house, y'all. Buffalo, New York. Thank you for sipping tea with us. Brooklyn, New York. Y'all, the East Coast is in the house. Thank you for sipping tea with Tan. Down in Texas, we have Beaumont in the house. Hey. All right, so we're going to get started with today's episode. Today, we're going to be sipping tea and talking about something that's near and dear to me. And it is, your why is the game changer. You know, oftentimes we find ourselves thinking, why am I still in this job? Why am I in this relationship? Why? Well, once you know your why, it becomes the game changer, because it may tell you when you answer that question, your why may be telling you it's time to do something else. It's time to move around. It's time to shake up some things. Or it's time to get in the game. So let's talk about that. Recently I was listening to some music, and I love all genres of music, but I was listening to two particular artists sing one particular song, and the song is Nessun Dorma. It's a beautiful song. Pavarotti is well known for singing it, as well as the great Aretha Franklin. And for some of you who may not know this, some years ago, Pavarotti was scheduled to sing at an awards ceremony, and he was scheduled to sing the song Nessun Dorma. But he became ill, so he asked Aretha Franklin to step in at no notice, absolutely no notice, and perform the song for him. She did. And oh my God, she blew it away. So I was listening to Pavarotti sing the song, and then I was listening to Aretha sing the song. And in my mind, I was trying to figure out which one of them sung it best, And I was going back and forth, because let me tell you, that's a beautiful song. They both are superstars. And I was just like, huh? Ultimately, I came to the conclusion that they both sung it best. But your anointing is what makes the difference. There are some who will gravitate to the anointing that was on Pavarotti, some who will gravitate to the anointing that was on Aretha. For me, when Aretha sung that song, it did something. It stirred something up in me. And I began to think, in our journeys, we're going to meet people who are called to do the same things that we are called to do. Whether it's a special events coordinator, whether it's a certified life coach, whether it's a teacher, a driver, whatever it is. But see, your why is the game changer, because no one can do it like you. The anointing that's upon your life is what makes the difference. Now, the example that I gave, both of those artists, well-known, renowned, rich, wealthy, billionaire, millionaires, whatever their heir status is, they did well in what they did. And they each thrived in what they did because they got connected to their why. They understood that it wasn't a competition thing. Pavarotti was confident in knowing, I can ask Aretha to do this. She gonna shine, and it's not gonna diminish my light. So you have to know that your why has the same ability. It has that same power. I often use this example. There is a Whataburger, Burger King, Jack in the Box, Checkers, Freddy's, you name it, burger shop near you. They are all making burgers. Let me repeat that for the people all the way in the back. They're all making burgers, but they're connected to their why. They understand why they are in the game. So out of that why comes their creativity, their innovativeness, whatever it takes to ensure that they can be a success. You have the same ability. Sometimes we get caught up in the details. So, we may say, oh, I don't have a degree. Oh, I don't have the experience. I don't know. The details begin to take you away from your why. Don't get caught up in the details or the requirements attached to whatever your purpose, to whatever your passion is. People always make comments because Aretha always carried a purse. She was always in her mink. And people often made comments about that. So people gonna talk about what they see. But Aretha knew her why. She knew her purpose. She knew her passion. Therefore, she thrived in what it was she was called to do. Don't let the details or the requirements or the chatter become the center of your focus. Stay connected to your why. And now I'm going to tell you the benefits of being connected to your why. See, your why is bigger than the details. It's bigger than the requirements. And once you connect to your why, benefit A, it allows you to see clear. It allows you to understand. It allows you to forgive. And it allows you to live. Once you know why you're doing a thing, why that's your brand, that's all that matters. Because your why is B, going to open doors to your creativity. You're going to begin to see and come up with ideas that you didn't even think existed because you are connected to your why. So the next time you find yourself in a pickle, maybe frustrated, demotivated, disappointed, etc., whatever, take a moment to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Do this for as long as it takes to get your wits back. And then focus on your why. As you begin to focus, your creativity, again, it's going to show up. You may need some pen and paper because you're going to begin to get ideas, thoughts, resources coming at you all kind of ways. So you can make a list. And then once you have that list, you know the steps, the solutions that it's going to take for you to achieve and accomplish the purpose, the passion, the brand connected to your why. See, your why is like a North Star. It's a North Star that will lead and guide you to where your audience is, to where your support is, to where your resources are, to whatever you need. It's connected to your why. Hebrews 11:1 tells us that now faith is the substance of things hoped for. See, it all begins with hope. So once you know the why, the things that your why show you that you hope to become in your brand, in your business, in your living, you're going to be able to come up with a plan of action to execute, to deliver and live your brand and your purpose. You were created to do this. Don't matter who all else doing it. Can't no one, ain't nobody. I know my grammar is off. It's intentional. Because I want you to understand that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all of the necessary requirements, all of the necessary experience. But what you must have is the why that's connected to your brand, to your purpose. And that's going to afford you every opportunity, every resource that you need to be successful. That's a long pause there because I want to make sure that you get this. In closing, I want to remind you that your why is the game changer. Your why is the game changer. So some of you need to go back to the basics. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back and uncover your why for what